There's so many cars in GTA that are good at different things, but in this video we're talking about pure driving experience. The cars with the best drivability and all around give you that great thrill of driving a car. Please enjoy the video. The Bamos, the hardest car to drive in the game. That's what I think. This car has drivability just written all over it. You need to always be on edge with this car. This car will be stable at times. You're actually more stable with this car doing a wheelie than you are driving on a highway. The way this car is so rigid and the way it reacts and feels like an unaerodynamic vehicle, the feeling is just indescribable. You can kind of see in the video how I'm reacting to the car, and that's the only way to describe it. It's almost like you're turning the car sometimes, but there's a delayed response. And it's such a cool vehicle to drive. It honestly is one of the best driving experiences you can have in GTA. And if you've never had the Bamos, 100% recommended buy this car. I tried to stop mentioning the Bamos because I used to mention it all the time, but I can't leave it out of a video like this. It's one of the best driving cars in the game. You just feel like you're in an 80s action movie. The Turbinus is a vehicle that just always confused me. It looks amazing. It looks so realistic, but this thing has tremendous speed, shocking speed. And the ability off-roading is crazy. Look at me going on the dirt terrain, and this thing just goes through it like a rally car. Defying the laws of physics, it's got more of the mass of a rally car than it does an off-road vehicle. In fact, I think it will beat a lot of rally cars in the game on certain off-road trails. It's such an overpowered off-road vehicle that I think if this is a GTA 6, it will definitely have to be nerfed. The Journey 2, it was a weird release, and it's added to this list for a weird reason. And it's more the drivability on the fun aspect. This car goes on two wheels and turns left to right, and before you go and buy this thing, that's the real only aspect to this vehicle. Just a normal Journey, one that you can put a livery on and not much else. It's got good Breaking Bad references, but this thing just drives on two wheels. Left, you just wobble left to right, and the more you do it, the more you get used to it. But warning, like, you do get bored of this quite quickly. Once you've done this for about 5 minutes, you're like, okay, now what? And then you realize you spent $500,000 for those 5 minutes because you're probably never going to use it again. The Hermes is one of very few cars that has that air ride suspension, but when you drive this car, you realize it's not like anything else in GTA. The way this car drives is just different. You have to be very careful you don't end up going on two wheels. It's a car that's very stiff. When you do turn corners, you're just there one wheel peeling, and if the back end does kick out, it's quite controllable and smooth. This car is dramatic in its own unique way. The Cyclone 2, and definitely fitted with HSW. We thought cars were capped out with their speed when it came to electric cars. The acceleration on them was crazy and wild, and surely there couldn't be anything faster. But then the Cyclone 2 HSW came out, which mind-boggling fast, and I love it. I love the fact that they didn't make this car just amazing at everything. It's just good in a straight line, and the front wheel torque, the way it wheel spins, you can't even turn. I feel like the audience for buying this car was just everyone that had money. But not everyone can drive this car. You need to know that this car focuses on straight lines more. And that's what I like. I like the fact that they've added stupidly fast car, but only for straight lines. The Vaggero ZX, so I just feel like is the perfect car for driving in GTA Online. Well, it's not armored, it's not bulletproof, but you know, for driving fast, it's a good car. This thing is just stupid. The handling, the speed, the acceleration, just fast in all areas. The car like defies laws of physics, and then all this gameplay looks fast forward. This car's so easy to drive. It's a point and shoot. There's no drama. Anyone can drive it. It makes you look like a pro driver, even if you're not. There's nothing that's keeping up unless you actually have a pro driver chasing you. I feel like this car's a cheat code in GTA Online. It sticks, it turns in so well, it speeds up so well. It's perfect for the Los Santos roads. The Banshee GTS, like, it's already made it in so many videos when the release of it was quite recent. Banshee GTS without HSW. I've mentioned this before. Without HSW, this thing is fast. And even when I first customized this car, I was like, this thing is fast, so there's no way it has HSW. But then we were surprised to know that it does have HSW. And I thought, well, maybe this HSW doesn't do anything. It just speeds it up a tiny bit. But no, they've made a car that's already stupidly fast, even more fast, and it shows. And it still has the same driving characteristics as a Banshee should have, as a Viper should have. It has the sound of a Banshee 900R. I just love what Rockstar did here. They kept all the original characteristics of a Banshee and gave it crazy speed. I think this is one car that Rockstar needed a round of applause with. The Mamba. Not only is this a great driving car, it's on the list of best sounding cars in GTA. The sound of this thing is amazing. The rawness of this thing, when you're driving and you see the lack of grip with those two thick tire marks, you just grasp the feeling of a classic muscle sports car. This car has a different aura. The way it swings out, the way it's got so much torque, you have to respect this car when you're driving it. You'll find yourself losing control but then gripping up straight away. It's so enjoyable to drive. You'll realize when this thing swings out, you have a kind of realization of when it's going to grip up, but no, it grips up earlier. And then you're like, hang on, why did this car swing out if it gripped up so quickly? Oh, yeah. The Jackal. Of course, it's going to be on the list again. Hella's favorite car to mention. He's always going on about it. Yeah, and you guys are fed up of me talking about this car. You're probably fed up of me explaining that you're fed up of me talking about this car. I've kept saying it. The Jackal's just a car of many miracles. Its cornering ability is that of a supercar, but the car's not a supercar, obviously. It turns in before you think it's going to turn in. The responsiveness of the turns catch you off guard, and you're like, why all this in a Jackal, in a pedestrian vehicle? Something that you get off the streets and see AIs drive. And then others are like, there's no way, Hella, that this car's that good. You're just glazing it now. Calm down. But then when you go and drive it yourself, you're like, let's get on that glaze wagon, because this car is phenomenal. See you on board. The Vaggero ZX HSW. Now, this car, solely off the looks, was worth all the money. And after HSW, it was a lot of money. But at the time, this was the fastest car in the game when it released, and then got overtaken. But this car's characteristics and drivability still demonstrates that of an amazing car. One thing I love doing with this car, and that's the clutch kick. You're in second, even third, you can clutch kick. You can do that as well in the Banshee GTS, and it just adds so much drama and characteristic to the car. And when you do it and you know that nobody else can do it, which I now might add at the end of this video, because clutch kicks are not as easy as I make them out to be. When you practice them, they are easy, but when you're first doing them, they are definitely not. But they are something that shock people. People still ask me in videos, how did you wheel spin in third gear? But yeah, love it. Love the Vaggero ZX. Love the way it drives. Now, you guys would have seen me clutch kick a lot through this gameplay, and it makes cars a lot more enjoyable to drive. This one characteristics adds a whole new driving experience to GTA, and in a lot of cases it makes the car faster as well. Like if we look at this acceleration, full throttle, and then we compare it to the actual clutch kick, it is faster. But how do you do this? Now, I'm going to try and explain it the simplest as possible, and if you still don't understand it, you can comment and I'll try and make it a lot more in-depth with the controller on screen. But when you're doing some rolling speed in a rear-wheel drive car that has quite a bit of power, you just let go of acceleration, tap handbrake, and accelerate again. And that's a rapid sequence. So tap handbrake, acceleration. So that's all you do. So let go of acceleration, tap handbrake, and accelerate. And then it does that speed boost. It really does help with drifting. If you just want to clutch kick, it will get those two wheels spinning. And as you can see, even I wasn't expecting it there. Both wheels locked up with all that power. But this is just one take. So just drive around this speed, tap handbrake, accelerate. With the RBG GT and a lot of HSW cars, you can do it at a higher speed. And yeah, this is not possible on other cars. It works with HSW cars and very high powered rear wheel drive cars or cars on low grip. But yeah, that's how you do that. Hopefully I explained that fine. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next one.